Hey folks, this is Paul Spica and Brandon Garnott coming to you from the Spica Real Estate World Headquarters, downtown Byron Center. Spring is here, Houseman's is open, and we're here to give you the April 2018 real estate report for Planters Row. So Brandon, what have we seen in the last 30 days in Planters Row?
Yeah, so let's highlight two things that have hit the market since our last video. We'll start there. There is a 2005 built home that just hit the market 5 days ago. Also wanted to highlight one that we just listed. You'll see our signs out there. So a new construction home on Canopy. And that one, 3-bed, 2.5 bath. And then that's without the basement finished, so we'd be happy to have the builder finish the basement for you to give you some extra living space, bedroom, bathrooms, things like that. And then also wanted to point out that we're trying to do an open house next Saturday, the 21st. So we'll have some open house signs on that day. So if you're curious kind of what the new ones look like or want to compare it to yours, or maybe you have a friend that you'd like to move into the area, you know, someone you wouldn't mind having as a neighbor, definitely let them know about this. You know, we'd be happy to show them around, answer questions about Byron Center, Planters Row, and things like that. And then, just like we've been talking about for a while, is that Byron Center, Greater Grand Rapids, but especially Byron Center, there's not a lot for sale, but there's a lot of people that love the area. And so prices have been going up. And we've been seeing roughly 50 split as far as new construction in Planters Row versus pre-owned in Planters Row. So that's something we keep an eye on. And another thing that we wanted to quick mention is that with the high prices and the high demand, one thing that we want to caution is you might hear stories of, you know, someone having a house in Byron Center for, let's say, $175,000 and it sells in an hour or something like that. Those things definitely happen, but in this price point, like Planters Row, it is important to be realistic, and so those sales tend to take a little bit longer, which is totally fine, and a lot of times that's good. That's a little bit more of a healthy pace. And so looking at our list here, excluding the last two, you know, that didn't sell, but looking at the ones that actually sold on this list, there are 2 properties that did sell in under 10 days. So, you know, one of those real quick sales. But everything else takes a little bit longer, a little bit more normal, which again, a lot of times is a good thing, but just different things that we watch. So, Paul, anything else you wanted to hit on?
Yeah, when it comes to price, we always believe that it's part art and part science. And if we err too much on the side of part art, then it's, what do we feel like it's worth? The market's doing really well, let's shoot for the moon. If we err too much on part science, then sometimes we underprice it. And so we believe it's usually equal parts part art and part science to find that right price to sell it at the right speed. And there isn't there are some benefits to selling it really fast, and there are some downsides to letting it sit on the market too long. And so finding that balance, but not being, there's a lot of news out there about homes selling in hours, and that does happen. We don't see it happen as frequently at this price point. And part of that is there are new construction options for buyers to look at. And that does change the dynamic of the market in Planters Row. So lots of things to consider. We're downtown Byron Center, right across from Pete's, just down from Houseman's. If you ever want to talk real estate, what it might look like to put your Planters Row home on the market, give us a call anytime, stop by, we'd love to have a conversation. Thanks, folks.